Welcome back to the channel. It is Uncle Makara. Let's kick it off today by talking about how to train your dragon, okay? No reference to the actual movie. I don't think I've even watched the actual movie. However, I thought this was a very, very important topic because I had channeled Dragon King last night, okay? So if I seem a little bit tamasic in my energy levels, that's probably why, okay? So let's get started with today's video topic, okay? The dragon. I've been noticing the theme of the dragon for at least 4 years, 5 years now, okay? And how has it been accumulating? I've understood that the dragon becomes a bridge, okay, between higher and lower energies. That's what I've understood. And I understand why, okay? Because God loves to give us riddles and paradoxes. He loves to show you two examples in culture, right? And then having you discern the truth, the righteous one, so you don't get duped, right? Because a lot of these darker energies, they're just distortions of truth. They're just distortions of source, okay? So that's one thing that you got to understand, okay? When I'm speaking of the dragon, a lot of people, especially Christians, they understand that that's a very dark energy, a bad energy. And why should dark mean bad? That's besides the point, okay? We call it black magic, right? And that's the thing. Once we start to polarize like that, right, we create more of an issue for it. But then there's cultures like the Celtics, right, who have an amazing, background, a whole entire, school of thought around the dragon and the Celtic Kairs that are basically a way for you to train your dragon, okay? They envision that the dragon comes out of the heart and so forth. So there's a lot of powerful downloads there. Now, if you missed the channeling last night, you can also get the recording. Just shoot me a message and you can catch that. I channeled the Dragon King, aka Long Wang, okay? Don't get any ideas, okay? But yeah, the dragon essentially is your own ego, okay? It's your own ego on the monomyth, on the storyline, right? So you say, okay, I have to slay my dragon, tame my dragon. We come up with all these words for it, but really it's our own personal development process, okay? And when I say personal development, it's really impersonal development, okay? Because the more you're trying to create a personality, you start noticing how ridiculous it all is, right? And you gain back that spiritual essence at times too. Like when you're trying to put on a persona, it doesn't really work at times. But if you flow, if you authentically flow, like you just tap in, you get into your own vibe, your own state of mind, and you just flow with it, right? And that cadence creates a type of a ripple effect that's going to take you to a different level in your trajectory, right? So just sit with this, right? Just sit with this feeling, because that's the energy of the dragon. The energy of the dragon is the energy of truth. You can't hide from this energy. You can't lie to this energy. It will understand. It will understand if you're lying. Your own ego has that potential. Why do you think China respects the dragon so much in their culture? It represents luck, man, and fortune and success to them. Why? Because that energy of the dragon, how can you catch the dragon? It's just, it's uncatchable. That energy of the dragon itself is just whisking through air. And again, there's a heavenly version of the dragon called the seraphim. If you guys don't know, they're dragon souls here that are going to be awakening, okay, in this timeline right now. So some of those people know that, okay, but others, they don't know that, okay. So I'm just making you guys aware, okay, as Uncle Makara, from this state of mind, okay? Hey, where am I from? My star system is Vega, but in my earthly realm, I'm from Kolkata, India, bro. So, do you guys have any questions around this, okay? Because look at the word itself, to drag on. Doesn't life feels like you're just dragging on at times? Like it's just like, oh, it's so mundane, right? That's the dragon. That's your ego trying to create a pathway for you. But it's only when you, this is going to sound weird, but ride the dragon, right? Until you understand that that is your, you have to create a relationship with it, right? I did grow up abroad, brother, yeah. Many different places, not just the US. So if you understand that energy, right, that my ego wants me to be a very specific way, and it is only through your flow state practices, right, that you crush that ego down a little bit. So what? So you can transform beyond form, next evolution. Okay, so this is really important to understand when we're looking at the energy of the dragon. Okay, first and foremost, we got to understand we can't hide from our own egos. Our egos are gonna show us all of our flaws, deficits in our face, and we have to be able to face that, right? We have to be able to look in the mirror and be like, yep, that's my self-concept now. Okay, I have to be able to accept that in order for what? For me to take power over this thing. Okay, so your flow state, your real flow state protocol here with this energy of the dragon is, first of all, you have to observe the dragon. Exactly, bro. Aloha John says, I slap my ego and turn into another ego, right? Yeah, you're becoming the ego that slapped the other ego, right? You're taking, it's like a Russian doll effect, right? You know? Brother, Christ is king, but don't spam, okay? Don't spam. So anyway, if you want to talk about the heavenly dragons, right, they're the seraphim, right? You understand that energy of like, what, it's covering their eyes from the holiness of God. They're covering their feet because they don't want to appear dirty, in that power as well. And at the same time, they have the wings to carry them forward, right? Now, try this visualization with me now, right, guys? Like, imagine you have giant dragon wings or angel wings, just giant ones, right? Huge, okay? And notice how that changes your posture. Notice how that changes your shoulder blades, correct? Kind of moves them back a bit. And if you had a dragon tail and claws, how would that change your groundedness, right? You would sit up like this more, right? And then now you just hold this visualization. Good. You see? So in ancient cultures, I mean, even in the Hindu pantheon, it's very interesting to look at all these different cultures and how they resonate with the dragon energy, right? In India, we don't really have that. We have the Makara, which I love, the sea monster energy. However, the energy of the Nagas as well as the Garudas seems to be a combination factor to create a dragon, correct? Now, a lot of the ancients would put a snake and a bird, like a snake with wings, a feathered serpent type thing, and then they would superimpose it against a very divine, like griffin-like being, you know, at the same place, right? So your mind looking at that would be like, huh? What is going on, right? Is this good or is this bad? And that's the society testing you. You get what I mean? And that's why you have to choose through righteous eyes. You have to enter the paradigm of holiness, right? To be able to see these higher truths in this thing, okay? So it's super interesting, man, because the people who are becoming aware of this energy right now, you might call yourself other things, right? Star seeds, indigo children, empaths, light worker. I'm not interested in your labels. I'm interested in what you are here to bring to the collective, your tech that's gonna amplify humanity. You get that? I'm interested in that. I don't care if you're an empath, you know, Arcturian nomad, okay? Go ahead and do that. I want you to take your craft and use that craft to transcend this dragon so that you can take your power back. And the only power is from your pure awareness. This is like a dragon eye, right? But it works as an evil eye as well, because the dragon's energy just cuts through the BS, right? The neutral dragon, not the energy of the left hand, power of the right hand. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the middle path, the point of zero, the shunya. If you've ever experienced shunyata, you know what I'm talking about. If you've ever entered that no mind, where your thoughts stop, try stopping your breath. Hold your breath. Good. Now imagine your eyes are like stones, pebbles, as you just look at the screen. Just like pebbles. Are you thinking? Okay, you're probably focused on the noise outside or something, right? What's going on? Right, what's rising up? What's bubbling up to the surface? Okay. Good. We are all God fractals here. And you have to discover your own dragon. Okay? Your own ego. And understand it. Work with it. Don't try to slay it or tame it. Just train it. Be a good mentor for it. Have your inner self, your inner coach, your inner mentor, your inner dragon trainer come in to facilitate a good relationship with your ego. So it's not blaringly and blindingly obvious to people that you're like destroying your life because of the hubris that and the like over accumulation of gunk in that ego framework, rather than what? Just a freedom and ease. You can't replace that with anything. Okay? You can try to buy some, let me just search the closest nootropic store and let me buy some modafinil, right? And let me try to access that state. How about you start living as that? Okay? I challenge everybody, and it's 3:03 for me right now, okay? To just show up as that limitless energy. Why not? You have it within you. You just need to charge like a Super Saiyan charges, like a crocodile charges. You charge. Do you think a lion is just going around hunting all day? No, it's resting so well. It's like sleeping 10 hours or something, right? But when it's up, he's up. And that's the energy. Okay? You decide and you move with it. You decide and you move with it. And what is to decide? Decide, to cut off all other options that don't serve your life. The narrative is the one that you are authoring. It is your authority. You're the writer of this thing. This movie, okay, you're the director, you're the actor, you're the player. Okay? You're everything. You're the background, backdrop people, you're the lighting, you're the sound, you're all of it. You are everything and nothing at the same time. Let that sink in. This world is one of paradox. And once you embrace the paradox, you start to live again. You start to breathe. Maybe this whole thing doesn't make sense, and that's okay. I'm gonna make sense out of the nonsense. That's my divine masculine energy, baby. I'm gonna make sense of the nonsense, okay? So you can talk to me about ayokas and sacred clowns and, you know, time-traveling elves. I love that stuff, man. But again, is it expanding and serving my passion, which connects to my purpose? And when I say my passion, it's about me. When I say my purpose, it's about everybody. It's about you guys. It's about the people's lives that I touch, right? So that's the understanding I have for this journey. I think it's a very powerful one. And instead of promoting this like culture of perfectionism, right? Where it's like, you always got to be on, you always got to, you know, hand in the project on exactly on the time. And it's like, when we create these little dead lines, and by the way, guys, the word dead line comes from corpses in a row. And you wonder, you go to a corporation, a corpseration, to work, and most of you associate work with hard work, making it seem like it's difficult work, therefore pushing it away. taking you away from your effortlessness and ease. Okay? If you have to take a vacation to enjoy your time, there's something off with your energy. You guys get that? I love vacations. Don't get me wrong, but that's not the solution. The solution is to bring that vibration of bliss already here and to live with it, even as you're doing work. Can you stop your work for a second and just be like, let me breathe? If you can't, then you have an issue with workaholism too, right? And this culture will make you that. It'll make you ADHD. It'll make you lazy, man. But do you really want to be that? Or just because somebody has told you, you chose to believe in that? Somebody sold you that reality, okay? Somebody convinced you. Somebody was a very slick talking salesman and they convinced you that that's the way that reality should be. But what if you got to decide? What if you got to tame your dragon today? What if you understood I am the manager of my own ego, right? Imagine if you had another management team for your own ego and they were like tweaking things. You'd be like, wow, no, right? I have the authority to edit the software and programming, okay? But this is what we do. We so easily believe in others and take their words at heart and words cannot hurt you. It is only your response to what those words mean about your identity that starts to hurt you. And then you realize the dragon's energy. This is why when you argue, you get so angry because there's two dragons butting heads, two egos clashing, correct? In every relationship, we have this. It's a power play. Okay? We compare ourselves to each other. We start to look at each other's lives and sense our own insecurities. We start to project, all these shadows come out of the surface, like all the subconscious gunk we buried for years comes out as a reflection with that other person. Their gunk also comes up, right? This is the journey of two dragons, right? Okay, twin flames. You mean twin dragons? Okay. What are you talking about, right? So this is the process, okay? And I'm just giving it to you guys straight up here, okay? I'm not going to beat around the bush like most people. I've experienced this energy, man, okay? And when you look at the Kundalini, it's also like a dragon, right? It's a snake, it's a serpent going up to the top of the crown. Now, what the darker energies don't want you to believe is the serpent. If you look inside of a cobra or a snake's mouth, it looks like a vagina, right? But if you look at the snake overall, it seems like it's a phallic object, right? It's a penis, okay? Now read the disclaimer. If you're a kid, you shouldn't be watching this or listening to this channel, but understand this, okay? So it all aligns towards sexuality and your relationship to sexuality, right? Because if your mind is full of all of these symbols and different constructs of materialism that just siphon your chi and just keep you trapped in these lower planes, right? I mean, too many of you guys live in this narrative that this world is a prison planet. I mean, how is that reality serving you? It might be the truth, but how is believing in that idea serving you right now? Instead of what? We're all like fucking Pokemon trainers, right? With our own dragons, our own egos to slay in this video game called life, okay? Where we gamify this thing. Christ is king, brother. Right? And so that's the empowering blueprint that we are given. Whatever culture you're in right now, we have people from all walks of life here. Different frames of mind, different like minds, okay? Coming together. Some people trolling, that's okay. Okay? Live and let live. Do what you need to do, but understand that you have a dragon within you, and it's that rage, it's that anger that wants to get to the finish line, to the top. That energy, you need to just watch it. You need to now observe your life with righteous eyes. I'm telling you, observe your ego as it takes on a really ugly form, right? When you're in the middle of a fight, have someone record you. Have somebody record you and play it back and notice that dragon within you. Notice that fury, notice that rage, notice your face clenching up with all this tension. Notice all of it, because it is only then that we can set ourselves free, when we see the gunk, when we bathe. This is what I learned from Sobek, okay, the fertility god. To bathe in the swamp of your own creation, to soak up and detox and just bathe in the afterglow of your creation. Because you created all of this. Okay? You created your own life. No, don't give me that. My parents forced me, this person it was your responsibility. You let them get to your head, okay? Now we're here. I love my reality. I choose to suffer the consequences of my actions. Okay? I love it because that's amor fati. You get that? I love my fate, the Stoic principle. That is it. If you don't love what you're doing, how will you become more expansive? Because the opposite of love would be fear, right? And if you're living in this fearful existence, like I have to keep up with the Joneses, I have to be like everybody else, I have to match the status quo. Oh, my friend drives a Bugatti, okay? Whatever you're saying to yourself right now, okay? Don't go for that trap. It's a trap, okay? Get out. Focus on your inner improvement, your own self journey, okay? Because only then, through your own authenticity, you make a lot more money anyway, okay? Straight up. Like if I wasn't transparent, I was trying to manufacture my authenticity, make sure that, oh, you listen to these 4 points about flow state. Today, we're going to be talking about, get out of here. We see through the facade of your YouTube nonsense of just putting on a show and puppeteering all this stuff instead of what? Being free, being alive, being aligned towards your own path and journey. A lot of people have forgotten who they were. I'm telling you, wake up to who you are. Remember the divine within. Understand that that divine within has a greater reservoir, a greater energy than that dragon within. It does. And that's why I freely wear this around my neck. Just like Shiva wore Vasuki around his. Understanding that some people will love us, some people will fear us, some people will revere us. It doesn't matter. We stay with what is correct, with what is right, with what is righteous, with what is pure. They might test us. They try to bury a seed. Guess what? I'm going to grow. That's it. That's the energy today. Okay? Hey, brother. Thank you for your advertisement daily. Appreciate it. What if heaven was real and heaven was now? What if you could access heaven through the heart? Because the kingdom of heaven is within, you got to access it through the heart. But guess what? A lot of people, they have some weird heart walls, bro. They have some weird thing in their heart that's holding them heavy and hostage, suppressing something, right? Just let it out. Just let it go. It does not identify you. Whatever your bad habits, your idiosyncrasies, your quirks, the things you hate about yourself, those do not define you, my friend. You're just experiencing them. You're allowed to edit this narrative. You're allowed to start fresh again. And to start fresh does not mean to drop all. Okay, I don't believe in that. Yes, the dragon's energy can be our energy of attachment too, where we're having to let go of a lot of things because the dragon keeps moving, right? It's not stagnant like that. It's just going through timelines, portal jumps, right? And you got to keep up with that energy at times. And sometimes I truly believe, that the pacing of spirituality is off. Do you guys understand what I mean when I say this? You will notice that I speak fast on video sometimes, but I can also speak very slow, right? I'm not attached to the pace of how I'm sounding in my speech, not at all. But earlier on my journey, when I was trying to pretend, right? I would try to be slower with my words or try to make it faster or try to, edit, cut, edit, print, try to snip off the things that don't work, have the things that do work, right? But what these lives are teaching me is you cannot hide from the dragon. You cannot hide from the truth. The truth is in plain sight. We can all see it, right? And so let's engage with that energy and understand it better. You might be a dragon, seraphim, soul listening to this right now, and you're getting goosebumps, right? You're getting goosebumps. You're like, yeah, there's some kind of a memory here of my reptile brain telling me of this and knowing this, that I'm here to actually serve the higher purpose, a higher energy that's moving through me. Don't let the Bible convince you that even in the Bible, they say, ye are dragons, right? If you guys want to talk about that, let's go there. Okay? And did Isaiah not say that a child can lay at the den of the cobra? Okay? What is the quote? You give me the scripture. Let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. Because this is it, man. This is the truth. We got to understand it. You can't just be like, all these people are bad. It's like the same thing as saying, all black people are like this. All Asian people are like this. You're doing the same with these different mythical beings and species. All reptilians are bad. What are you talking about? Okay? You haven't met a nice Draco? Okay? How is that your experience? You're being skewed by your own dogma. Your dogma's coming in like, no, we have to check this actually, right? Your super ego, what society wants you to be, is coming in all the time. You want to be the spiritual self. You want to be free. You want to talk about dragons unalive, but you can't. Your own constructs are like creating, what do my family think of me? I don't know. They'll think I'm crazy, and then probably you're overthinking it. Be, and then do, and then have. It's not the other way around. First, I'll get the promotion. Then I'll be confident. First, I'll get the girl. Then I'll feel good enough. Then I'll get the... What are you doing? Why are you giving yourself these permission slips? Give yourself a permission right now to crush it and shine, baby. Let's go. You're missing in positive momentum, baby. You got to give yourself some of this love, but you look outside and the people have their heads down in the subway. Oh, mopey and gropey. Okay, you don't need to focus on those people. That is not your tribe. But you can wake them up with your energy, with your vivacity, with your understanding of principle. Now, I'm not saying go ahead and, break noise pollution laws, okay? Don't do that shit, right? Read the disclaimer. But what I am saying is speak your truth. Share it with people. Engage with community. Build that social circle. Build that inner circle for you. Because that tribe is going to take you forward, right? Now we're working like a collective energy of Primal Sutra. Some people watch one video and they get it. Others, they need many. Others, they need multiple inflections of it to understand it. But it's this primordial essence. We're going back to source again. We've known this since day one. Since the moment we've come out of the womb. Okay? Since that very moment we knew that we came out into light. And back to the light we will go. Okay? From whence we came, there we return. However, you don't know your past lives. You don't know your future lives. You have this continuous mind that has your very core essence into it. Okay? And we can look at all these different maps. Okay, let's look at your Vedic astrology charts. Let's look at, your gene keys. Let's look at your MBTI, INFP, ENFJ, okay? Yeah, those are maps. But the map is not the territory, as they say in NLP, right? Just like the movie trailer is not the movie. The menu is not the meal. You ever order something in a restaurant and you're like, that's not what I ordered, right? That's the thing, though. You got to really experience it to get that Gnostic wisdom, those downloads. And the Sophia dragons then will start showing up for you as you get these right? These little hits from the divine all of a sudden. Like you'll understand it. It will speak viscerally through your beingness. Like it will be a difference to your friends and family. Even they will pick it up. Whoa, what's gotten into you? You seem a bit more like, I don't know what it is, but there's something about, you're going to get that because why? It's the it factor, right? When you truly have ego management skills, right, and you understand how to work with your ego, and you're not attached to it, you're enjoying the thrill of it, and you have the boundaries for it, right? Man, it's a beautiful life, man. It really is. It's a beautiful journey. But many people are lopsided. They're like, I'm completely going to morph this personality into this. And then the others are like, let go, persona, let go, personality, right? It's a cult of two, right? Where we're going in the middle and going, wait a second. You got to be spiritually ambitious. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I want to have ambition and do things in this material realm, but I also want to be deeply connected, right? To presence, to nowness, to now ever, to eternitas. I want to look at a leaf and say, hey, I recognize myself in there, right? Hey, where are the weird people at? Where are the people who talk to trees, bro? You're out there. I know you guys are hiding somewhere, okay? Where are the people who, like, you know, are creating their own crystal technology, like mixing orgone with amethyst and like creating a supernova effect, right, for their communities? Where are those healers? Where are those eclectic healers that are hiding? I want you all to comment AYE, okay? Either in the comments and in the live, doesn't matter, okay? You got to make yourselves known. I'm calling you out. I'm summoning you right now. You're a healer in hiding. How is your healing gifts going to serve humanity if you're still in hiding? I'm just working on healing myself, healing myself. It is through the pathway of healing others that you begin to notice how it reflects in your own life. You don't think there are moments where I sit with my thoughts after like speaking with a student of mine or a client of mine? You know, I reflect on my own life, like, wait a second, man. Wow, that reminds me of this, and this comes up, right? But of course, don't entangle yourself into that storyline. I'm just giving you guys an example, right? It affects you. Other people's journeys affect you. And I've talked to a lot of people, man. This is what I do daily, right? I speak to people from all over the world, different walks of life, rich, poor, it don't matter. I've spoken to all of them. And what I do understand is that we connect through kindness, compassion, and truth. That's it, right? Let's not overcomplicate this journey, man. Let's have fun. Spirituality is meant to be fun. It's not meant to be like a bunch of rungs of the ladder. Okay, I have to get to the next initiation now. Then I can finally get the, you know, the Kundalini charge up for next week. Yeah, did you hear? Yeah, I have to wait till next week. Yeah, can you believe it? What are you doing? Kundalini-size yourself right now. What are you, why are you giving yourself that, you know, thing to, like this finish line, right? Why are you giving yourself like, you have to golf and get it right in the hole-in-one, right in the go, okay? Enjoy it. You're at a golf course. Let your hair down, okay? Hey, wear your freak flag and let it fly, okay, for a little millisecond, okay? Just for a millisecond, okay? And let that stack into seconds, and the seconds stack to minutes, and the minutes stack to hours, okay? Just do it, okay? Hey, you got to tap in somehow, okay? You got to give yourself this kind of scientific approach, right? Let me have fun with this social experiment. Let's do it. Let's do it. What do you have to lose? Oh, my dragon? I could get lost, okay? Okay? But then I'll find him again, okay? Because he always returns home. Okay, you know you lose your sense of I at times, right? When you're dreaming, you still have a sense of I. That's weird, right? But then there's moments where you really lose it. Have you ever done like a very deep breath work where you've lost that sense of I, or had that mushin, that empty mind, right? It's pretty rare, but it's powerful, right? Where your mind just shuts off. All the chatter is gone, and you can finally rest in that pure awareness. And I imagine I'm like bathing in like an ocean somewhere. Like that's my visual at least. It's kind of like a wallpaper, you guys know. You know what I mean? Be Walter, my friend. Okay. So yeah, man. Again, shout out to Bruce Lee, right? Because that man understood something. He was a cha-cha dancer as well as a martial artist. Talk about living his philosophy. Okay, that yin-yang integration. Damn. Son, where'd you find that guy? Then all Asians wanted to be him. You gotta be like that guy. Bruce Lee, man. Setting an example and manifesting purely by writing down his intentions of the future. Right? I'm gonna be a top American actor or whatever you wrote down, right? Amazing. Okay? Amazing. Shout out to Jesse Lee Peterson. Okay? Burn it up! Okay? Let's go. Okay, Upward Spiral Gang, may we never be the same again, okay? This is a powerful, powerful timeline shift for us right now, okay? As this month is slowly ending, we gotta focus back on our creativity again, okay? Because our creativity will transcend us out of victimhood. That is the only way. You gotta out-create your problems. Let's go. Upward Spiral Gang. May we never be the same again. Us. Peace and love. Okay? Many blessings. I'll see you in the astral. Connect with me. Hey, tap in with the session. Okay? Join the free channelings. You already know. Upward Spiral Gang, gang, gang. Us.